Hi, I'm Nancy York, Planning Supervisor with Jeffco Open Space. I'm really excited to share the details of our draft 5-year strategic plan with you. It's called the Conservation Greenprint. As with any land conservation organization like ours, there are layers of planning. Each plan is very much tied to our vision and mission. This slide outlines the vision to action framework that we've developed. Our Conservation Greenprint is the highest level plan, laying out 5-year lofty goals, which I'll go through in just a minute. We also have county or system-wide plans, which function as a toolbox from which we can apply land management tools specific to a given park. Our park plans, which we'll soon be updating, include park-specific information and actions based on the 5 main components of our parks: natural resources, park and heritage resources, trails, access and trailheads, and visitor information and management. Lastly, our action plans function as our detailed to-do list for our park system. I mentioned earlier that our plans and actions are very much tied to our mission. We strive every day to preserve open space and parkland, protect park and natural resources, and provide healthy nature-based experiences to people. Our values and how we do so involve respect that fosters collaboration, which we believe leads to innovation. As part of our Vision Action Framework, we took a close look at our current vision statement and agreed that we could improve it to be a bit more inspirational. So we worked with staff and our Open Space Advisory Committee on the statement that you see here: nature, heritage, and humanity, thriving in wild harmony. So now is the fun part when we get into the draft goals for the Conservation Greenprint. Here you can see a summary of each of the 10 goals with very specific metrics or measurements for success in the coming 5 years. We have the goals categorized into overarching themes that include healthy environment, healthy lands, and healthy people. We believe these are the mark of a healthy community, and we've outlined where we see our role in continuing to monitor and improve the health of our park system and what it can offer. Now I'm going to go quickly through each of these goals in just a little bit of detail. I should mention that these are not necessarily ranked in order of importance, but rather together they lay out a solid game plan for improving our work over the coming 5 years. The first goal under healthy environment is about people and stewardship. We aspire to interact with at least 350,000 park visitors on spreading the message of respect for the land as well as for fellow park visitors while honoring park regulations. Goal 2 is really about making space for meaningful conversations. It's the whole idea of being stronger together. We have global and local matters to address in an ever-changing environment. Goal 3 on personal involvement has been a mainstay for Jeffco Open Space for decades. We are so incredibly fortunate to have a passionate and diverse collection of volunteers. In the last 5-year window, close to 40,000 hours of volunteer time was logged. We aim to continue the tradition of this win-win arrangement with the goal of 225,000 volunteer hours over the coming 5 years. Land acquisition. As part of our community engagement efforts last fall, over 91% of the 1,200 respondents on the question posed expressed support for continued land acquisition and conservation. We're committed to this legacy of our organization in continuing to do so, and we've established a goal of preserving an additional 3,000 acres of land in the next 5 years. We're very proud to say that in the past 5 years, we acquired over 4,300 acres of land. The war on weeds. The health of our park's ecosystem hinges on the ongoing work of our natural resources staff and volunteers to combat the spread of invasive species, including plants and pests. Goal 5 sets our sights high in the treatment of 48,000 acres of open space lands for weeds. Forest health is such a critical goal for our park system and for Jefferson County. We are committed to taking action to improve the health of our forests by treating 600 acres in the coming 5 years. This is roughly 120 acres per year, which is a 5-fold increase over what was treated in 2019. Strong habitat restoration efforts can lead to a more resilient landscape. We're committed to restoring 325 acres of land across our park system for the benefit of wildlife, park visitors, and area residents in the spirit of strengthening the health of the land. Goal 8 is very closely tied to the soon-to-be rolled out Jeffco Trails Plan. The standards outlined in that plan center on equitable access to a park or trail within either a 10-minute walk in the plains, shown here in green, or a 10-minute drive in the mountains, shown in blue. Safe and easy access to healthy nature-based experiences benefit people of all ages and abilities, and we are tirelessly committed to continue our work in removing barriers. Goal 9 in trail expansion, a very popular topic in our community. We're committed to growing our trail network by an additional 38 miles over the next 5 years, in addition to the existing 244 miles we currently offer. An increase in trail mileage that's sensitive to plants and wildlife is something important that we've heard through our community engagement efforts for the Conservation Greenprint. Finally, Goal 10 is about doing our very best to continue to offer a high-quality visitor experience at our parks that's infused with a culture of care for public lands. This includes the development and refinement of standards such as intuitive wayfinding signage, maps, and looking at opportunities for designated trails and improvements to no less than 11 of our trailheads, including restrooms and parking facilities. So that wraps up the draft goals. This slide shows the journey on which we've been on together with our partners. In just over 1 year, we've come a long way. We've collected close to a total of almost 3,000 survey responses. We've analyzed and applied that information in the development of the draft Conservation Greenprint. Now we are seeking your thoughts. Once we gather feedback and make necessary revisions, our plan is to head to the Open Space Advisory Committee in early June, and then again to the Board of County Commissioners for our plan adoption in late June. So please take this opportunity to reach out with any questions, concerns, and comments that you may have between now and May 17th. On behalf of so many who have contributed to this effort so far, I want to thank you for your time. We sincerely look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.